How to stay motivated. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? You start scrolling through your phone. Because getting out of bed and getting ready for a workout is uncomfortable and your dopamine baseline is so low that you don't feel like doing anything that is not instant gratification. That's why you are not motivated to do hard work. I won't waste your time. There are 6 specific practical ways to stay motivated. Let's begin. Number 1. Change your identity. Every time you sit down to do some hard work, you feel like there's a negative energy in your brain constantly nagging you from doing the work. It's like you were trying to move upstream against the flow of water. The reason why you feel like this and why you keep falling back to the starting point is because deep inside you are still a porn addict trying to quit. Deep inside you are still a tired little gamer who cares more about his world in Minecraft than real-world progress. We are going to change that. We are going to change the flow of water in the direction you are trying to move. For this to happen, you need to change your identity. Stop trying, just do. The biggest problem with trying to do something is that the harder you try, the harder it becomes. Instead, be the person who will get it done. A strong masculine man doesn't have to quit porn because he doesn't watch it in the first place. An athlete has no problem getting out of bed for a workout session. Be the person you want yourself to be in the future. Once you have changed your inner belief of what you are, it'll become easier for you to do the hard things in life. Number 2. Understand that your work will pay off. The biggest form of motivation is the desire for reward. Most of the things you do on a regular basis you do because you know there's a reward for you at the end of it. This is the core of human behavior. We used to go out in the wild, run behind animals and hunt them down. We used to put in all that effort because we know at the end of the hunt, we got a reward. We got to eat. That's why you do what you do. That's why you watch porn, because you get a feeling of sexual satisfaction as a reward. That's why you smoke weed. That's why you indulge in bad habits and degeneracy, because you know that it will reward you. Understand that the desire for a reward is the ultimate motivation for a man. I want you to sit down, close your eyes, and visualize the future version of yourself. I mean, really feel it. Visualize yourself as a masculine, high-value man who is financially abundant and attracts a lot of women. Visualize driving your dream car. Visualize having parties or whatever you want. Just visualize your ultimate version. And now associate every single action you take with the intention of building this future version of yourself. You need to link everything you do to the person you want to become. Every single action. Every decision you make should act as a constant drive towards becoming your future self, and you will have endless motivation to do the hard work because you know that there is a reward for you at the end. So every time you are about to get some work done, say to yourself, I am doing this to become the future version of myself. Now that you have a reward in mind, the conscious part of your brain will generate motivation automatically. Number 3, keep it simple. Your problem is that you look at the entire process of completing your work and think to yourself, it's too much of an effort to even try. You need to break down your work into different tasks and then focus on the tasks at hand. Do not concern yourself with the rest of the work right now, because motivating yourself to do one thing is easier compared to the entire process. For example, if you have to write down a 2,000-word script for a YouTube video, don't look at the entire 2,000-word script. Just motivate yourself to write the intro, and then about the topic, and then what you want to say, and then conclusion. You see, you need to motivate yourself at one thing. Chances are, once you have started, you will get through the rest of it as well. However, if you want to feel like you're doing the work instinctively, you need to simplify your lifestyle. Don't fall victim to the productivity and multitasking mindset. Just do one thing at a time. It keeps your focus in one place, and there is less of a chance of you getting distracted again. Number 4. Increase your dopamine baseline. Your dopamine baseline is so low that basically you are numb to every single natural experience. The only way you ever get some form of pleasure is from social media, scrolling, or worse, from internet porn and drugs. The bar for your dopamine baseline is too low. That's why even the most basic stuff, like waking up early in the morning or eating healthy, seems uncomfortable to you. For you to feel motivated, we need to restore your dopamine baseline to its original setting. First of all, start meditating. The first thing you do when you wake up has a great impact on your day. Start meditating. Just take a moment to observe silence. Just focus on your breathing and think nothing. Meditation will make you mindful, giving you a feeling of inner satisfaction. The inner satisfaction will keep you away from other distractions. Then you need to start a daily gratitude journal. You see, your mind has become so negative that you have to escape it by procrastinating, and now you can't even enjoy small things in your life. Take some sort of ledger and every day write about things that make you feel grateful, or positive things in your life. It doesn't have to be some deep thoughts as a beginner, just normal things. Maybe it's your mom making you a delicious omelet, or maybe a friend who shows up at the gym every day to work out with you. Just normal things. When you write about them, you acknowledge the positivity in your life, and when you acknowledge the positive experiences, your desire for such experiences grow. This desire creates motivation for you to build yourself up as a high-value man in the real world. Another very important thing is to limit your social media and screen time. But this is a very sensitive and technical topic on its own, and I'll have to make a video about it separately. But for now, understand that you don't have to try to quit social media. You just have to replace this habit with something productive. Just fill your day with work. Be so busy that you don't have time for social media. This is the most practical way to cut social media and increase your dopamine baseline. Number 5. Self-accountability. You need to hold yourself accountable for every decision you make, every decision and every action, because it's on you to choose hardship over pleasure. Modern society has developed terribly. Everything is someone else's fault and you are not to blame for anything. Bullshit. You have to take responsibility for your actions. When you blame everything on someone else, it's not your fault. And if it's not your fault, then you create an impression in your mind that you have no control over your life and that you can't be responsible for anything. That's why you don't feel motivated to do anything, because you feel like you are not in control and don't have to be responsible for your actions. Guess what? Whether you believe it or not, your actions have consequences you have to face. It's not my fault I ate 5 Krispy Kreme donuts because I was too hungry and there was nothing else in the fridge. Tell yourself all the lies you want. It won't change the fact these donuts will impact your body negatively. Retake control of your life. Hold yourself accountable, and then every decision you make will have mental clarity to make the right move. Tell yourself that it's not my fault that it's raining heavy outside, but it is my fault if I use it as an excuse not to go to the gym. Number 6. Remind yourself. To stay motivated, you need to remind yourself why are you working this hard, and that you have to work. Take a pen and a relatively large piece of presentation paper or something, and write down in bold letters, I choose the path of the warrior. I choose to face adversity. I choose to fight. Also write down why you are doing all this hard work. I want to retire my father, or I want to buy my dream car. Whatever it is, write it down and hang it on a wall which faces your workspace. So every time you are doing some stupid stuff or procrastinating, you have a healthy reminder to do the work. Make a to-do list, not for today, but for tomorrow, and write down everything that you need to do. Write it down and then complete one task, maybe a minor task, from the to-do list, and hang it on your wall facing your bed, so the first thing you see when you wake up is the work you have to do. But since one part of it's completed already, your brain creates an impression that it's something incomplete, and it needs to be done. It is something like a caveman storing his excessive food through night and waking up to eat it, otherwise the food will rot. That primal part of you creates motivation for you to do the work, and since you just woke up, your brain is at its peak energy and focus. You can get all of your work done most efficiently in the morning when you wake up. Most men in Western societies grow up in single-parent households where food gets to them and their needs are taken care of. So, since a very young age, they are wired to comfort and avoiding pain. That's the biggest reason why you don't feel motivated to work hard. Because hard work is painful. You know the biggest secret to constant motivation? Endure pain head on. Make yourself uncomfortable. Take a cold shower when you wake up. Do the hardest thing first. Develop a habit of facing pain and adversity, and you will be motivated to do all the work every single time, because it will feel easy for you. Choose pain over pleasure. Choose to face adversity. Choose to keep the warrior spirit alive. That's it for today, and I will see you in another one.